Hello, everyone. Welcome in. If you are new here, my name is Kinny. I am a professional psychic medium, tarot reader, singer, songwriter, professional witch, and practitioner. Okay. And today I'm going to be in my tarot bag, okay, as well as my astrological bag, because we are going to be discussing Venus entering into the sign of Aries today, March 6th, 2026, until March 30th, 2026. Okay. So we're going to do this by the modalities, okay? Cardinal, fixed, and mutable, all right? So go ahead and pick your sign. This will work especially if this is your Venus sign, okay? Or if you have a stellium in these signs. But thank you for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new readings like this one. Yeah, and thank you for checking out my music, okay? I will see y'all at y'all's sign, okay? So, hello, everybody. Okay. Even beforehand, all right, I'm going to go ahead and do a little collective overview. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So if you're watching this live, okay, today is March 6th, okay, 2026. All right. And Venus is entering into the sign of Aries. Okay, so Venus is at home in the sign of Libra and in Taurus. Okay, the opposite of those signs are Aries and Scorpio. So whenever Venus is in the sign of Aries, there can definitely be some tension. Okay, because Venus is not comfortable in the sign of Aries. Okay. So with that being said, there could be a lot of shifts and changes. We're going to talk about that here in this book, okay? Before we get to pulling cards for the collective, okay? So thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up if you haven't already, okay? And we're going to go ahead and get into it. All right. Also, if you're watching this live, if anyone's interested in personal readings, readings are donation based today. Okay. And that'll be done at the very end of this. Let's get into it. So, Venus is the planet of love and pleasure, y'all. Okay, so Venus is the planet of love and pleasure. It rules over your capacity to express affection and to enjoy beauty. In addition, Venus lends your personality allure and desirability. Okay, and it's also Venus Day. All right, today is Venus Day, which is Friday, and Venus is shifting over. Okay, Venus lends your personality allure and desirability and tells what kind of sex appeal you possess. Okay, collective. So when Venus gets into the sign of like Aries, think about love and pleasure being more so pushed into an energy of forwardness. You know what I'm saying? Motion, action. Okay. Venus lends your personality allure and desirability and tells what kind of sex appeal you possess. By looking at the position of Venus in your birth chart, you can answer such questions as what kind of lovers do you attract? Okay. How people flirt, finding happiness in your love affairs and things of that nature, as well as creative talents. Okay. From early times, Venus in mythology has been a goddess whose dominion is love and the emotions. It was Venus who taught the arts of seduction. Okay. The name Michelle could be significant. Okay. It was Venus who taught the arts of seduction to mortal men and women. Her power over the heart is legend, okay? She, quote unquote, stole the wits even of the wise. She was extremely beautiful, and flowers grew wherever she walked, okay? The goddess was also temperamental and self indulgent, and at times could be treacherous and spiteful, okay? So, whenever Venus is in the sign of Aries, okay, we can kind of look at some of those themes. Aries is the sign of athleticism, action, okay, getting things done. Okay, it's the first sign of the zodiac. It has a lot to do with like rebirth, intuition, following your gut feeling. Okay, um, yeah, so this is all the things that Venus is ruling over. Okay, love affairs, art and beauty, adornment and decoration. Okay, the social graces, affection, harmony, and friendship. Okay, the planet governs the higher emotions. Its greatest gift is the gift of happiness. It can be said that Venus makes life beautiful. Okay, so whenever Venus gets into the sign of Aries, all right, this position of Venus gives a responsive and impulsive love nature. Okay, so Aries is about wanting to do whatever they want to do when they want to do it. Okay, they're really like action first, think later type of people. Okay, act first and ask for forgiveness later, and they probably won't ask for forgiveness either. Okay, so that's this type of energy. So beware. All right, this could be a lot of like one night stand energy. This could be a lot of like people. Aries is a very sexual sign. This could be people one night standing. This could be like hypersexual relationships. Okay, and intensity in regards to how people are flirting with you, communicating with you. Okay, people being very forward or you feeling like you're very forward. Okay, so be very judicious and careful with that. Okay. But there's going to be a lot of like action in regards to love and relationships. Okay, this is people not really wanting to talk too much and people really wanting to just like get to it. You know what I mean? So just know that there could definitely be some relationships that are starting that may not necessarily have like the staying power that people are looking for. Okay. So this is definitely just like random dates, people being like, "Ooh, you're so fine. Let me deal with you." You know what I'm saying? Like you want to go on a date. This is the type of time, okay, of like falling in love at first sight. Okay. So there's a lot of love at first sight energy going on for the collective, okay, during the month of March, okay, from March 6th to March 30th. Okay. So please be very judicious to not just like trust with like what you see. Do not date just with your eyes, okay? You need to be dating, okay, with your mind as well, okay, with your intuition, okay? So this is the idea of falling in love at first sight, okay, and things like happening quicker than they're supposed to, okay? So please be judicious about rushing. It's also Mercury retrograde, y'all. So please be judicious about rushing into shit, okay? Um, when it comes down to it, okay? Uh Love at first sight, not thinking once before following the dictates of your heart. Okay. Make sure that y'all are trying to think things through. Okay. So you might just see somebody just like, "Oh, that's the finest person I've ever seen in my life." You know what I'm saying? This is about feeling strongly sensual, okay, and feeling at our most complete when we're emotionally involved with someone. So please, y'all, this could also be the idea of making sure that we're not going out of our way to like make relationships work, okay, if it's like detrimental to us, okay? So try not to like be codependent, okay? Try not to be codependent in regards to love and relationships, even your friendships, okay? And there's something about like a childishness that could be popping out in regards to love, relationships, friendships, okay? um Physical appearance is what's going to be attracting people, okay? So I will say Venus in Aries has a heavy pressure on the way that you look and the way that the like other people look, okay? So just know that there might be some more energy and pressure. People maybe making more comments. This could also be a time where people are being rude, okay, in regards to physicality, okay? People making commentary on your looks or you making commentary on others, or it's just something that's like really big right now, okay? So I just know that this is people paying way more attention to like attraction, like physical attraction, than maybe normal, okay? And it's Mercury retrograde, so this could definitely go left. This could definitely be like insults, okay, and people being rude, okay? Sushi could be significant, okay? But physical appearance, okay? But to sustain a love affair, you must also find mental compatibility, y'all. So this is not just about making friends with people who look cool, but they don't really got no substance. This is not about like dating people, you know what I'm saying, just so you can like get your rocks off, you know what I mean? But like they don't got no substance, you know what I mean? This is not about that. Um, well, it is about that, but there's a need for y'all to like address, you know, that's what this transit has going on. You need to address that, okay? This is about people being turned off by sloppy appearance or loud, vulgar behavior, okay? And also, I definitely feel as though there's going to be a lot more loud, vulgar behavior, especially in regards to love, relationships, okay, dating, when you're going out, when you're partying, when you're having fun, okay, friendship, your social situations, okay. This could also be you wearing louder outfits, louder makeup, bolder makeup, you know what I'm saying, looking different, wearing your reds, your metallics, you know what I'm saying, like your rock, okay, rock chic, okay. Yeah, this could be y'all not giving a fuck, but just know that people are being like really fucking rude, okay, possibly. All right. This is about attracting friends, okay, through demonstrative and enthusiastic attitudes, okay? So, yeah, this could definitely be a time where people are feeling like really popular, okay? But just be careful that it's not getting into like bully energy. This could definitely be a time where like friends are bullying, okay, partners are bullying, or you're bullying. It's just a lot going on, okay? It could be a kind of like rude ish time, especially because we have Mercury retrograde going at the same time, okay? So like to bring unexpected gifts to those you love. Okay. Yeah, there could definitely be a random impulse buying. Please be careful not to just be spending money on whatever. Okay. Venus and Aries is like, I want it, I'm gonna buy it. Okay. So please be judicious about just like buying shit. All right. But you could be receiving unexpected gifts or just buying shit. Okay. um, Curious mixture of sentimentality and aggressiveness. That's what this transit is about. On one end, being very sentimental and aggressive with your love. Okay, on the other end, being very aggressive but sentimental about your aggression, like it's coming from an emotional place. Okay, this time period, people's emotions are going to be easily touched. Okay, and this could also be about folks being demanding. Okay, so you could be demanding in regards to your relationship, your friendships. Okay, your partners could be demanding from you, your friends could be demanding from you. You know what I'm saying? And this could be the energy of selfishness. Okay, selfishness amongst your friends and your friend group, selfishness in regards to your relationships, okay, and selfishness in regards to yourself, okay. Others should not expect you to settle down into calm domestic peace right now. This is about feeling restless and flirtatious, okay? Too enamored of amour, is what this said, y'all. So just know that this is one of those transits to where, like, stuff is not as calm as it normally would be. Stuff is definitely not as calm as it was when Venus was in Pisces, okay? So yeah, there might be a bit of restlessness, okay? Lots of flirtation, okay? And people like being like, I got bit with the love bug, you know what I'm saying? And so now people are acting whatever kind of way, all right, in regards to in regards to love, dating, and relationships. Okay, so please be judicious not to be angry, not to be mean, not to be rude. Okay, to your friends and to your partners and to yourself. Okay, and don't let nobody play with you either. Okay, this could definitely be a time period where lots of people are caring more about their physical appearance. Okay, people could be going to the gym, working out. Okay, it could also be meeting people at the gym. Okay, or meeting people through like athleticism. Okay, yeah. This could also be meeting people who, like I said, like first love at first sight vibes. Okay, or you're just kind of doing whatever. Okay, you just kind of feel good about it. Okay, but just be careful. Okay, so that was just some overview. Okay, collective information. I'm about to go ahead and get into the cardinal signs here in just a second. But thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post readings like this one. Okay. And if y'all are interested in getting a personal reading done here on live, y'all let me know. And I'm about to go ahead and get into it with cardinal signs. Hello, cardinal signs. Welcome in Aries. Welcome in Cancer. Welcome in Libra. Welcome in Capricorn. Okay. So let's see. So take this extra if you have an Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn, Venus. Okay. But we're going to go ahead and see what Venus and Aries is doing. Girl, this lunar return been having me crying bad. Child, these eclipses being so close to everything, I feel that. Happy lunar return with the moon in Libra. Okay. Take this extra, y'all, if you have a Libra, if you have Libra placements, okay? Someone's lunar return could be significant, okay? The lunar return that you have during this month, all right? We're gonna go ahead and see what is going on, okay? What is going on for the cardinal folks during Venus? Now, mind you, this is a cardinal Venus, okay? Ooh. Hopefully, y'all can still hear me because I was getting a phone call. Okay, let me know if y'all can still hear me. Okay, let's see. Ooh. All right. So, in regards to the cardinal folks, I really hope y'all can still hear me. This damn retrograde, let me know. The affirmation says, I know it will be over soon. Okay, so cardinal signs, if y'all can hear me, okay, that shit says, I know it will be over soon. So this may not be the easiest transit for y'all. With this, I know it will be over soon. Okay, and that Aries energy is indeed fast moving. Okay, so this is a cardinal transit. Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Okay, hey, thank y'all. So yeah, literally, y'all, it's gonna be over soon. All right, so yeah, y'all definitely may have just y'all definitely just may feel like, okay, it's a lot going on. Spirit, Mother Venus on this fine Venus day, what can the cardinal sign placements, okay? Especially Aries and Libra, okay? Especially Aries and Libra. All right. So y'all got leadership, okay? The bear and cedar, okay? Leadership. Number one, siblings could be very, very significant for y'all in regards to Venus being in Aries, okay? Siblings could be very, very significant to y'all, okay? Your relationship to your mom could be significant, or you as a mother figure could be very, very significant, okay? And I definitely feel like that Aries energy is that leadership, okay? So I definitely, hi, hey. I definitely think that for y'all, okay, I could definitely be put into a position of leadership of some kind, okay, especially in regards to like your family role, okay, or in regards to, well, yeah, like your family, especially, okay, so yeah, it's got to do with like a mom, a mother figure, or older sister, okay, that could be significant. If this is you, y'all could definitely be getting into a position, like I said, of leadership. Okay, some of y'all could be getting a new job, a promotion, okay, or really just like starting your own business, okay, or getting something underway in that way. Okay, y'all are coming out of hibernation. All right, winter ends on March 20th. Okay, and that is happening while Venus is in Aries. Okay, so once we get into spring, y'all are definitely going to be hitting the ground running. Okay, especially the last 10 days of Venus in Aries. Okay, so yeah, this is y'all like shedding that fur. Okay, coming out of hibernation. Okay, and really like getting back to it, getting back to work. Okay, so what number is this? It's number 4. Okay, April could definitely be very, very significant for y'all. Okay, I feel like Venus and Aries is setting y'all up for everything that's going on during April. Okay, this spring is going to be big for y'all. Okay, so it says the bear and cedar. Okay, y'all also may be watching the Sagittarius reading, okay, or the mutable sign reading, but the bear and cedar calls us to be powerful but benevolent. Okay, embodying the qualities of a great leader. Bears are emperors of the woodland, and the emperor is an Aries card. Okay, so bears are the emperors of the woodland and guardians of the forest. Okay, paired with cedar, a plant known for its healing, protective, and cleansing qualities. This card invites us into mature authority. Okay. So when it comes down to it, I also feel as though there's going to be a lot of reactions to what you have going on. Okay. And reactivity. All right. Cardinal signs during Venus in Aries. Okay. I definitely feel as though there's going to be a lot of people with a lot of things to say. Okay. So just be careful not to just like get into it with folks. Okay. But I definitely feel as though um, y'all are feeling very empowered during Venus in Aries. Okay, and I think that y'all are also like having to learn how to balance out your heavy emotions, okay? Or like learning how to balance out like crazy emotions, which you don't know how to feel. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how to properly process them. This is giving the strength card, okay? So yeah, y'all are being prepped about how to be a leader, being put into positions of leadership, making money in a new role, okay? Paired with cedar, okay? This is also with the guardians of the forest. There's something about you protecting your home, okay? That could also be significant, okay? Protecting yourself and your home. There's a need for y'all to kind of keep your cleansing and protection going. Emphasis on the protection, okay? So cleanse and protect yourself underneath this transit because it's shaking y'all up, okay? Because this is a cardinal transit, okay? So yeah, Venus in Aries is going to be inviting y'all to into mature authority. So y'all are being like tested, okay, about how mature that you can be in the situation, okay? Being put in a new role, okay, new responsibility. Some of y'all could literally just have became like parents, okay? But yeah, there's some sort of role where like you are in charge, okay? Underneath Venus and Aries. It says the spirit of the bear is guiding you to leadership opportunities. Okay, so Venus and Aries is guiding y'all toward leadership opportunities and reminding you to rule with fairness and care. So just because it's Mercury retrograde and Venus is moving into Aries, y'all need to be judicious. Okay. Especially Aries and Libra, please be judicious about how you're talking to people, how you're handling things. Okay, be fair, be loving in your words. Okay, think about what it is that you're saying. Okay, okay, and do what you got to do. Okay, your questions are: how can you be a better leader? Ask yourself how you can be a better leader, a better mom. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you be a better sibling? Okay, and who can benefit from your knowledge and experience? Okay, is this your kids? Is this a sibling? You know what I'm saying? Are these people that you teach? Okay, but definitely you are stepping into some sort of new leadership role. Okay, so when it comes down to it, okay, leadership. What can they expect during Venus and Aries? Ooh, okay, a lot going on. Definitely a lot going on. Okay, y'all definitely, like I said, y'all kind of wanting this shit to be kind of over. Okay. All right, so you have the ten of wands, the Hierophant, and the 8 of wands came out all together. Okay, I definitely feel as though underneath y'all things are gonna get easier whenever Venus gets into Taurus after March on March 30th. Okay, whenever Venus gets into Taurus, things are going to be a lot easier for y'all. But I really feel like time is going to feel very fast moving. Okay, or like not fucking real when it comes down to it. Okay, and there's a need for y'all to maintain like a sense of grounding for yourself. Okay. But yeah, what y'all can expect for Venus and Aries has a lot to do with y'all needing to maintain a level of grounding, okay? Because y'all are kind of like tired out with like the pace of things. Yeah. This is y'all being tired out with the pace of things, okay? And you also may end up having to make a choice, okay? Is that rain? They said it wasn't even going to rain today. That's crazy. They definitely said it wasn't going to rain today, but here we are, you know. So that could also be significant. There's lots of unexpected things happening, okay? Y'all definitely may be a little like agitated or irritated in regards to this transit, okay? But I definitely feel as though it's going to have its like y'all also there might be some issues trying to like travel, okay, or make something shake in that way. But with this two of swords right here, there's something about you needing to make some sort of like decision, okay, about what it is that you want to do or who it is that you're bringing with you. It could literally mean who it is that you're bringing with you somewhere, you know what I'm saying, like a trip, okay. But that Hierophant, okay, cardinal signs with number 5, codename kids next door could also be very, very significant, okay. When it comes down to the Hierophant, okay, new might could be significant for y'all, all right, cardinal signs during this transit, okay. Um, Curiosity, adaptability, and energy. Curiosity, adaptability, and energy. Okay, so what it is that y'all can expect is like y'all might be like having the energy by which to be in a new position, okay, be in a new role, okay, you're not feeling as sleepy and as tired as you were during Venus in Pisces, okay. This is y'all really connecting into your spirituality. This is the second time I've seen the word cleansing. I highly, highly advise that y'all keep up with a good cleansing routine during Venus and Aries, okay? Um, hello, Kinny. Please tell me something good. Let's see. Hey, Taylor. So I definitely think that yeah, y'all, there's something about y'all needing to maintain your grounding during this, okay? Keep yourself cleansed and cleared, okay? Frankincense and myrrh could be significant. The Knowledge by Janet Jackson could be significant, okay? Taurus energy. Yeah, I also feel as though there's a need for you to like study up on something, okay? And really, when they said mature authority, this is you like proving to yourself that you're not as childish about stuff as you used to be, even though you're feeling temptation to pop off on folks or to be some kind of way or to be childish, okay? I feel like cardinal signs, there's a need for y'all to fight that shit, okay? But yeah, y'all are going to be needing to be like adaptable, okay? Because like I said, time is feeling weird. Mentorship, guidance, and knowledge gained are the key elements, okay, of the Hierophant. Okay, so it's time during Venus and Aries, y'all, and this is really essentially the whole month of March, from March 6th today to March 30th. Okay, so during Venus and Aries, it's time to seek out new and deeper teachings. Okay, so whether you're in pursuit of practical or spiritual knowledge, okay, your resource for wisdom is just around the corner. So we have bears, okay, we have elephants. These are wise ass animals, okay, and there's a need for y'all to be like mature, okay, with the way that you think about things, okay, and not just take things for face value. Okay. Be wary of it. Also, I feel like your resources are going to come for y'all during Venus and Taurus, okay, on March 30th and beyond, okay. Be wary of attaching too heavily to charismatic leaders, y'all. Y'all could definitely be making a decision to leave somebody alone, okay? To like not fuck with somebody no more, okay? You might end up in someone else's leadership position because they were corrupt or there was something else going on, okay? Corrupt the rapper could be significant in California. LA could be significant, okay? So be wary during Venus and Aries of attaching too heavily to charismatic leaders, people who just doing shit for show and that they talk well, you know what I'm saying? Like, but they not really saying shit, okay? Like when people got a lot to say, but nothing's really coming out of their mouth, okay? So watch out for that. People who are scamming or scheming or like they just doing shit for like the ego, okay? Because that Aries energy could definitely like be the hey, like look at me. I'm also seeing Beetlejuice, okay? So that movie could be very, very significant. All right, there's a need for y'all to really like take time to not skip corners in your spiritual practice at this time, okay? Avoid houses of learning that preach a singular narrative of one path or one truth, okay? So like hive mind and cult-like thinking. Okay, be careful of like everyone trying to make you the same as them. Okay, observing the threads of wisdom woven through the ages will help you gain deeper knowledge. Yeah, y'all are going to feel a lot more mature during Venus and Aries, and it might be because the people around you are giving more childish. Okay, but there is a need for y'all to watch out for that. Okay. So no single path can complete you. You complete you. And so seek guidance and variety in the ways that you acquire information during Venus and Taurus. Not Venus and Taurus, Venus and Aries, okay? But I do feel like Venus and Taurus for y'all, and for most of us, is going to be fantastic, okay? But for right now, this is y'all being put into a leadership situation. Y'all are coming out of hibernation, coming out of like a pause that you were in, okay, and really getting to work. Okay, with that two of swords, y'all, tiger's eye could be very, very significant. Okay, tiger's eye could be helpful for cardinal signs during Venus and Aries. Okay, to help you with your mood balancing. Okay, like I said, this is giving me very strength card energy. Okay, y'all can have Leo placements. Okay, but clairvoyance, mood balancing, and meditation. So that mood balancing and meditation is really what it is. I highly advise that y'all keep yourselves grounded, keep a yoga practice or a meditative practice. Okay, so yeah, new might. Okay, and tiger's eye could be very, very significant. Okay, I also feel as though be careful about moving too quickly. Okay, whether that's driving, walking, playing sports, just try not to do too much too fast. Okay, Motion Sickness by Phoebe Bridgers is significant. It says stale air in a musty room. There's a need for y'all to spring clean as well. Okay. Venus in Aries is decision time, and y'all are feeling avoidant. Okay. Close your eyes with the intention to find your grounding inner voice. Okay. Yeah, y'all can't run around anymore. Okay. So you might sleep late and zone out these days. Remember, only close your eyes when it feels grounding, not avoidant, as life is still moving forward. Okay. So yeah, this is y'all needing to address escapism. Okay, and avoidant tendencies. Making no choice will leave you in an unending state of anxiety. Okay, eradicate fear and make your choice, knowing nothing is perfect. Okay, but this is you like eradicating your fear and making a choice because you're well educated about it. Okay, this is you learning what you need to learn in regards to it, and there's definitely a need for you to cleanse and clear out a room. Okay, cleanse and clear out some sort of room. Okay, or space in your house. All right, especially something that you've been avoiding doing. All right. So let me go ahead and see. Let me go ahead and see some. Hold on. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card of advice, okay, for Venus and Aries, okay, how I should go about things. Honestly, y'all, when it comes down to like love and relationships, like this is more so like giving that y'all have other shit to focus on, to be quite real with you. Like this is more so that y'all have other things to focus on. Y'all have choices to make, thinking to do, okay, and there's a need for y'all to really like slow down before you like move too quickly in regards to love and relationships. Okay, this transit seems to be more about y'all developing your intuition. Okay, even though everything around you wants to move really fast, this is about you maintaining your business and doing what it is that you got to do. Okay, so just watch out for that. All right. But yeah, in terms of love and relationships, this is not necessarily like it doesn't necessarily seem to be the focus. Okay, but y'all could be dealing with the Taurus. Okay, that could be significant. Okay, um, yeah. So let's see what is going on. Let's see what's going on. I definitely may experience some obstacles in regards to like dating, okay, and like the speed of things. What advice do you have for cardinal signs in regards to Venus in Aries? What advice? Okay, be careful about not moving too quickly, y'all. Okay, it's easy for us to make mistakes at this time. Okay, definitely easy for us to make mistakes. Okay, literally, y'all, I kid you the fuck not. That should say education. Didn't I say with that Hierophant? Okay, school, learning, education, teaching yourself something or teaching others something. Okay, being a leader. Okay, in regards to education, you could literally be teaching people how to do something. Okay, regardless, y'all, there's something about school, a course, okay, a class, personal study, mentorship, okay, whatever the case may be. Education is an important part of your soul's development during Venus in Aries, okay? So education is an important part of your soul's development during Venus in Aries. I'm finna read this, okay, before I move on to fixed signs, okay? But for y'all, this really seems like y'all are being feeling grown up, okay, and handling shit, especially because we just had the lunar eclipse in Virgo, okay? So here's my advice for mutable signs, okay? During Venus in Aries, y'all are being guided to expand your horizon. Okay, education is a part of your soul's path during Venus in Aries. You may go to school for a specific degree, take a few classes, or get a special certification during this time. You may even be finishing up your education. Okay, planning some shit for graduation. Needless to say, y'all, okay, this is a very exciting time. Venus in Aries got a lot going on. Okay, like I said, y'all might feel like the time is a little wobbly. Okay, so please stay grounded. Okay. Let go of any limiting beliefs that tell you this personal expansion is not possible, okay? Especially in regards to the time, okay? We also have daylight savings time going to happen if you're here on this side of the world. Maybe you believe that there is not enough time or that you can't afford it, okay? But if this is a deep desire within your heart, okay, to learn something, okay, to educate yourself, you can trust that there is a way that will come to you as soon as you start pursuing it underneath Venus and Aries. As you embark on this new journey, you will open your mind to new and exciting ideas that will lead you in a new direction. If you have any doubts about whether or not you should further your education, cardinal signs, okay, the appearance of this card is your sign that education is exactly what is needed now in your life and personal evolution. Now, mind you, this don't got to be going to college, okay? This could literally be taking a course, taking a class, okay? Writing stuff down in your journal, doing personal study, okay? Literally, okay? Explore the many opportunities available to you to expand your horizons, okay, during Venus and Aries. Look for signs and synchronistic events, okay, that will lead you to the perfect education platform for you. Okay, if you're finishing up your education at this time, keep at it. Y'all almost there. Your life is about to be enhanced in unexpected and rewarding ways. Okay, when you are learning something, when you teach yourself something, okay, ask for spirit to send you signs, okay, and synchronicities to help you get to the perfect education platform for you. Okay, questions to ask yourself under this transit. Are you feeling guided to go back to school or to take a class during Venus and Aries? Okay, and what do you feel guided to learn? Because there's a reason. Okay, what beliefs do you have that keep you from believing that learning this is possible? Okay, and are those beliefs well founded? Okay, or are they coming from something else? Okay, there's need for y'all to be fair and caring to yourself and others. Okay, so yeah, this is y'all being mature, educated, wise. Okay, y'all are the bear, y'all are the elephant, y'all are the bear, the hierophant, y'all are cedar, y'all are education. You know what I'm saying? There's a very mature energy going on here. All right. But with that being said, that is indeed what I have for cardinal signs. Okay. So thank y'all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out whenever I post readings like this. And thank y'all for hitting the notification bell. Okay. And also, if y'all are ever interested in getting a personal reading done by me, check in the description box. Okay. And those who are interested in getting a personal reading done on live here today, readings are donation based. Okay. Today. But with that being said, okay, I am fixing to get into wherever we are. There we go. Fixed signs. Hello, fixed signs. Welcome in. Okay. Thank y'all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new readings like this one. Okay. Yeah, we fixing to get into it, fixed signs. Okay. So this is for you if you have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius placements. Please take this extra if this is your Venus sign. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Take this extra for the Leo placements and take this extra for the Scorpio placement, Scorpio and Aquarius. Okay, but really, let's get into it. Okay. Okay, so let me see something. Let me put these back. So when it comes down to Venus being in the sign of Aries, okay, this may also really affect Taurus placements, okay, because Venus rules over Taurus, okay. So just know that I know that fixed signs are still kind of reeling from the fact that we just had some new fixed sign eclipses, okay, happening. All right, there was a lot. That was a lot. So let's go ahead and see what is going on for fixed sign placements, okay, during hey Jay. Let's go ahead and see what is going on for fixed sign placements, okay, during Venus and Aries, especially if you have a fixed Venus, okay. What can fixed signs expect? Not the weasel. Pop goes the weasel. Okay, Pop Shop could be significant. Was it Pop Shop, Pop Shelf? Okay. Also, Top Golf could be significant. I definitely feel as though, for one, y'all could definitely be spending money. Okay, y'all could definitely be getting more outside, going to events. Okay, spending money. This is number 9. Okay, also this gets like filing taxes, like an I-9. Okay, so some of y'all could also be getting a new job. Okay, filing taxes. Okay, getting paperwork together. That could be significant. Okay, weasels could be significant. Look up the spiritual meaning of weasel. Okay, pine trees, pine needles, pine cones, pine saw. Okay, pine oil. That could be very, very significant for y'all. Okay. There's also a need for y'all to get deeper into your spring cleaning bag underneath Venus in Aries. Okay. So the weasel and pine introspection. Okay. So y'all could be doing a lot of thinking. This feels like a much more confirmation, excuse me. It feels like a much more mature Venus in Aries than it normally would be because we just had that lunar eclipse in Virgo. And there's all these other transits like Saturn's in Aries right now. So this is us being more mature than we normally would, is what this feels like with this Aries transit, okay? Because cardinal signs was a little mature themselves, okay? So I also feel as though be careful because it's still Mercury retrograde. Y'all can still be trying to y'all can still be losing stuff. Okay, so make sure that you're double checking. Okay, where your belongings are. Okay, so during a Venus in Aries, okay, weasels can be warriors or spies. Okay, moving quickly and often alone. This could be you getting out of a bad situation, weaseling your way out of something. Okay, after thinking deeply about it, you can recognize that you need to escape something. Especially after we get out of the retrograde period. Okay, on the 20th. So weasels can be warriors or spies, y'all, moving quickly and often alone. Okay. So yeah, y'all could definitely be spending more time with yourself, keeping yourself protected. Okay. Fixed signs. All right. Focusing on your independence, making observations from afar and adjusting their plans accordingly. Okay. Remember that solitary creatures are nothing to fear. Okay. And an introverted nature is nothing to feel ashamed of. Okay. Knowing oneself and being comfortable alone are desirable skills. Like the weasel, the pine tree works to be self sufficient. Okay, one of the fastest growing evergreens, its prickly needles have a waxy coating that helps them retain water. Okay, so for one, y'all could be focused more in on your health and taking care of your physical body. Okay, fixed signs, as Venus in Aries occurs. Okay, especially in terms of what it is that you're eating. Okay, water intake, spending more time with yourself. This is giving me Virgo energy. I may want to watch the mutable sign reading. Okay, but this is definitely giving me hermit vibes, going with inside of yourself, taking care of yourself. Okay, and staying protected. Also, paying more attention to your immune system could be significant. Okay, this is this time period is going to be feeling weird. Okay, I did say that for the last group as well. All right, that this yes, mutable signs are next. Yes, ma'am. This is definitely something that is going to be time warpy. It's gonna feel weird. Okay, it's gonna feel weird because we have all this Aries energy in the sky, which had eclipses. Okay, so yeah, I definitely feel like during Venus and Aries, y'all are going to be spending a lot more time with yourself. Okay, looking at folks from afar. Okay, and you could definitely still be going outside and things like that, but you could be doing it by yourself. Okay, taking yourself on dates and things of that nature. Okay, and not being afraid to be with yourself, not being afraid to be by yourself. Okay. And not rushing too deeply into things. Okay, this is about knowing yourself and being comfortable alone, okay? Being forced to feel comfortable alone, okay? So yeah, this is also about self-sufficiency, getting you've been doing a lot of thinking about your money, your finances, okay? Your stability. So this could be y'all doing magic for stability, okay? Manifesting stability, okay? Also be careful with how much it is that you're drinking, smoking, okay? Carrying on in that way. Um, yeah, I think that things are going to shift very quickly for you. It's also going to feel weird, okay, in regards to time, all right? But I definitely feel as though there's a need for you to just stay grounded. Okay. So it says you during Venus and Aries are called to a time of solitude. So yeah, y'all gonna be spending time with yourself. Okay. Maybe not wanting to go outside like that with too many people. You can still go do shit. Okay. But you might be doing things by yourself. So you can still go, to take yourself out to eat. You can still go to see a movie. You can still go to the park. You can still go do all the things that you would have wanted to do with friends. Okay. But this is about going with yourself. Okay. Isolation allows for contemplation, okay, which can lead to self-knowledge. There's a need for y'all to think about who you are, okay, in terms of there's a need for you to be more selfish at this time, okay? Venus and Aries is going to be a time for fixed signs to contemplate who it is that they are, who they want to be, okay, and learning more about yourself, how you feel about love, how you feel about relationships, how you feel about dating, okay? And the questions to ask is, when do I like to be alone? Okay, spend more time with yourself. Okay, underneath Venus and Aries. When do you like to be alone? Okay, and how can you better understand and respect yourself? How can you better understand and respect yourself? And better understanding and respecting yourself is going to make it easier for other people to understand and respect you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so let's see what's going on. What can they expect? What can fixed signs expect? Venus and Aries. Except for spending more time with yourself, okay? Getting deeper into your cleansing routine, okay? Floor washes, door washes, okay? Getting deeper into herbalism, okay? Making more things, okay? It could be very, very significant, okay? I got the Queen of Swords. Okay, period. Y'all got the Queen of Swords. Okay, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy, emphasis on the Aquarius, and the moon's in Libra right now. Okay, so yeah, y'all could definitely be watching any of the other signs. Okay, but what I can tell y'all for fixed signs, okay, is that y'all are like, y'all are thinking, your mind, y'all's mental, okay, how you think, okay, and how you communicate with yourself and others is a huge thing right now. Okay, so during Venus and Aries, okay, y'all could definitely be feeling like more clear headed because you kind of like shut some of the noise out. Okay. Yeah, this is y'all making good decisions. This is y'all being clear headed, clear minded. Okay. They could definitely, if this is you. Okay. This could be you, like I said, setting very clear boundaries. Okay. With people when you need space. All right. This could also be doing a lot of introspection in regards to like dating, love and relationships, okay, as well as like contracts, friendships. You could be doing a lot of thinking about legality, okay. This could be a lot of communication, networking, talking to people for a business sense, okay, but spending more time with yourself personally, okay. Yeah, this could be you being sought after. There's some sort of change and transformation in the way that you think, okay, like your perspective is shifting, okay, in some type of way, okay. So if I'm looking at that says 62. Okay. If I'm looking at this card, okay, this says this oracle is an intuitive, fast paced ruler. Okay. This could be you or a woman in your life that's very significant. Okay. There might be someone who inspires you to like really think about your feelings. Okay. You could definitely be romantically involved with this person. Okay. But this oracle is an intuitive, fast-paced ruler. Okay, they know how to get what they want. Okay, this is y'all. This could be you or someone else. Okay, knowing how to get what you want with confidence and wisdom. Okay, carrying the heaviest of burdens with grace. Okay, you too can lead with your head while your heart remains steady and sure. This is about making good decisions, logical decisions because you thought about it. You introspected on something. You value compassion and empathy. But Venus and Aries. Okay, during Venus and Aries, they are distractions from your astute judgment. Things are super emotional right now during Venus and Aries, okay? So there's a need for you to make sure that you are thinking very clear but not being rude, okay? Trusting your ability to see things truthfully during Venus and Aries and to tell it like it is. No bullshit here, okay? So you may end up hurting somebody's feelings, okay, during Venus and Aries, or someone could hurt your feelings by keeping it very real with you, okay? Someone could be telling you the truth, okay, giving you some constructive criticism. The stone azurite could be very, very significant, okay? Decisiveness, shaking it off, and emotional depth. Okay, emotional depth. Okay, emotional depth gives me ego death. Okay, so yeah, I could definitely be going through like a big shift, confirmation hunk outside, in the way that you handle your emotions. Okay, shake it off by Mariah Carey could be significant. Aries energy with the Cancer moon. Okay, but yeah, this is y'all being very clear about what it is that you want. This is y'all like shaking off some sort of negativity, okay, because you're taking time to be with yourself, okay, and this is you really getting to know yourself. Okay, it says That's Where I Am by Maggie Rogers. So yeah, a lot of y'all could also be doing some thinking about where you're at in life, okay, as well as like where it is that you like want to be. Even be about like, your living situation, thinking about that, okay. Lang Lang could be significant. Custard and Neroli could be significant. I also really feel as though y'all are looking very good, okay. Lots of networking. Okay, lots of networking. Y'all could get deeper into your skincare. Okay, paying more attention to taking care of your skin. Y'all could be looking the fuck good, but not necessarily feeling like the most real, like sociable. Okay, being able to like understand the difference between both. Okay, and if this is somebody else, this could be like a mom, mother figure, or a woman in feminine energy in your life, just like keeping it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, back of the deck. Okay, yep. Y'all, people are very significant for fixed signs because you got the, what is this, the Elder of Cups in reverse. It's the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so y'all could definitely be ooh, and then the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so yeah, y'all could be falling out with people. Queen of Swords could literally be you setting boundaries. Okay, being very clear minded and setting boundaries with people, relationships. Okay, friendships. Okay, folks that you work with. Even this is you being like, I don't like that. Like that doesn't make any sense, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Letting it, do what it do. Okay, you could definitely be getting your justice. Okay, in regards to like somebody who had you fucked up. This could be a low vibrational Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, man or masculine, or a low vibrational Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo placement, woman or feminine energy. Okay, but I strongly feel as though during Venus and Aries, like you're going to have to make some cuts. Okay, you're spending a lot more time with yourself. Okay, and there's some sort of hyper emotional energy surrounding you, but I feel like this is somebody else. Okay, and with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse, like I feel like these are people who are not, they're not doing what it is that they have to do, or like just like someone being rude, nitpicky, okay, like aggressive, okay, in the way that they like nasty spirited, okay. Someone could literally be physically nasty, okay. And with this King of Cups, this is someone who could be emotionally manipulative, okay, or just like hypersensitive, delusional, okay, like over emotional, you know what I'm saying, unreliable, whatever the case may be. And I just feel like that's not resonating with who it is that you are right now, okay, during Venus and Aries. All right. Uh, so if I'm going to number 49, okay, it says mastery of emotions is one thing. That was the biggest thing we've been talking about here. Okay, y'all definitely could have came from the cardinal sign group. Okay, mastery of emotions is one thing. Manipulation is another. So yeah, there could definitely be a man or masculine trying to emotionally manipulate you. Okay, during Venus and Aries, especially if this person has Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placements. Okay, manipulation is another. The situation at hand, Venus and Aries is going to require maturity. Y'all literally could have came from the cardinal sign when this person, okay, because this could even be a parent, okay? This could be a parent, all right, a mother or father figure, but this is somebody like masculine, okay, or someone emotionally manipulative, okay? Cancer energy could be significant because we're talking about the cardinal sign reading, okay? However, and also Pisces energy, okay? The situation at hand requires maturity, or perhaps someone is hiding ulterior motives during Venus and Aries, okay? Like I said, this is about people liking what they see and going after shit, okay? Remember, we can only be as honest with other people as we are with ourselves during Venus and Aries, okay? We can only be as honest with others as we are with ourselves. Is everyone involved in your current situation able to be honest with themselves? And I feel like, didn't I say delusional? Someone is delusional. Also, watch out for y'all's journal. This could be someone that you write about in your journal, okay? Someone could be writing about you in their journal, okay, or making music, okay, or something of that nature. But this has to do with like too much like passion. Someone could be like aggressive, okay? It could even just be someone who just like they're intense, okay? This is someone who's just like super intense, okay? This could also be yourself, all right? But I just feel like this could be another man or masculine, okay? And also, like, I just feel as though there's also a need for y'all to not be super lovey-dovey during Venus and Aries, okay? Life is a little out of whack during Venus and Aries, okay, for y'all. And some tenderness is in order. Are you spending too much time at work? Or perhaps not enough. Okay, something needs some love. Okay, it's time to mindfully look at what's going on and nurture yourself. Okay, this card sees your strength, ability, and worthiness. Someone could literally be making you feel like you're like not worthy. Okay, like someone could be like belittling you. Okay, or like energetically like attacking you. I do not like that. There's some sort of anxiety causing situation here. Okay, Venus and Aries could be having y'all anxious. There's a need for y'all to please be judicious and please keep yourself protected, especially like in your sleep and in your dreams. But this is also like keeping yourself protected in general, especially with your words. Okay. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is pull a card of advice. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card of advice for this collective. Okay. In regards to Venus and Aries. Okay. Let's see what's going on. If anyone's interested in a personal reading on live today, readings are donation based. Okay. Y'all go ahead and let me know whatever it is that you send. We'll get you put on the list. Okay. Also, y'all, I'm currently doing a ready for spring. I'm still pulling these cards. Ready for spring sale on my blockage removers. Okay. And road openers. Okay. They are $35 instead of the normal $70. So if you are interested, okay, in me opening rows for you before spring, okay, removing any blockages from winter, go ahead and hit me up, okay, in the description box below, okay. So let's see, advice for Venus and Aries for fixed signs. Advice for Venus and Aries for fixed signs. Okay, y'all definitely got more advice than the last group, okay. So you have the journey in reverse, okay, hibernation in reverse. I'm telling y'all, you absolutely need to go watch the cardinal sign reading. No bullshit. I talked about hibernation just a minute ago, okay, and it was because it was a bear, okay. So yeah, y'all could definitely either be dealing with a cardinal sign placement, or you can have cardinal sign placements going on for you, okay. If that applies to you, go check that out, okay. But what I can say Then you have trust and forgiveness and wake up call. Okay, so y'all's advice, okay, y'all's advice majorly as well is to not be fearful. Okay, don't be scared. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. But when it comes down to it, y'all, what does it say? The journey. You're learning that every challenge you face has a hidden gift inside. Okay, but this is like every challenge you face. Every gift you receive has a hidden challenge. That's what this is giving me. Okay, every gift that you receive has a hidden challenge. Okay, and I definitely believe that y'all are like coming out of hibernation. Okay, y'all are coming out of hibernation and y'all are shifting your journey. Okay, like I said, this transit is a little. You know what I'm saying? Like Venus does not feel comfortable in this sign. Okay, so that's why I got this King of Cups energy. But y'all are going to have to be real clear minded and kind of belt to ass about stuff. Okay, with the way that you're like setting verbal boundaries with other people. Okay, so yeah, I definitely, my advice to y'all is to understand that like that there might be some challenges included in the gifts that you receive. Ginger could be significant. Okay, the Journey by Shay Universe could be significant. Okay, yeah, some of y'all could be facing some sort of like obstacles. Okay, in regards to like your journey. Okay, especially before we get to springtime, but your soul needs time alone for meditation and rest. We literally just talked about that. Okay, this is that coming out of meditation. Okay, so yeah, you're coming out of like that hibernation period, but there's still a need for you to kind of keep to yourself right now, so you're not as like to yourself as you were. Okay, but there is like a need for, like, you could be outside but you're not supposed to be with a whole bunch of people right now. You know what I mean? So doing shit with yourself, for yourself, possibly by yourself, okay, safely. Okay, y'all's advice is it's time for y'all to let down your guard and learn to trust again, okay? Because y'all are about to discover your life purpose. It's time for y'all to let down your guard, okay, and learn to trust again, okay? Because y'all are about to get deeper into your life purpose, okay? I strongly feel as though Gemini season could be very, very significant for y'all, okay? Um, Yeah. I feel like Gemini season could be very, very significant for y'all May and June, okay? Where like you're kind of coming about this like isolation type of phase, all right? But when it comes down to it, your fears are no longer keeping you from moving forward into the life that you deserve. Do not let your fears keep you from moving forward into the life that you deserve, okay? During Venus and Aries, all right? Positive life changes are ahead only if you choose to trust in the process, okay? So yeah, this is the idea of really just like keeping your energy to yourself so it's not tainted by other people. Make sure that you're drinking enough water. Make sure that you're eating the right food, okay? Make sure that you're eating consistently, okay? And I definitely feel as though there could be some people coming back around from the past, okay? Because it's retrograde. It does not mean that you got to be friends with everybody, okay? It could be that King of Cups and that Queen of Pentacles, okay? You could be thinking about folks, all right, from the past, all right? But there's something about not letting your fear get y'all there anymore, okay? Don't be scared. Don't let your fear get you there, okay? It's time for y'all to let down your guard and learn how to trust, okay? Yourself to make the best decisions and understand that, like, you're no longer keeping these fuck ass people around you no more, okay? Y'all about to discover your life purpose. Um, and I just feel like you are introspecting and thinking about that, being very cerebral about that, okay? Um, but with that being said, y'all, that is indeed what I have for the fixed sign placements. Okay, so thank y'all so much for hitting that thumbs up. Thank y'all for hitting that subscribe button. Thank you for hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new readings like this one. Okay, and thank y'all for sharing this um, to somebody who you feel like needs it. Okay, if you're ever interested in posting a person, not posting, if you're ever interested in receiving a personal reading from me, go ahead and check the link in my description box. That's also where you can find tickets to my next show. That's where you can find my music, okay, and everything like that. All right. But with that being said, in just a couple seconds here, I am about to go ahead and get into our last but not least grouping, okay, the mutable signs. So I will see y'all later. Hello. Mutable signs, welcome in, okay? So for one, mutable signs, thank y'all for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new readings like this one. And thank you for hitting that subscribe button to become kinfolk with your girl, okay? And sharing this video. So when it comes down to it, this reading will resonate for you if you are someone who has Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces placements, okay? Um, Emphasis on the Sagittarius, okay? Emphasis on the Pisces and the Virgo as well, because there's a lot going on right now, all right? And it's currently Pisces season. But what I can tell y'all, okay, and take this extra if that's your Venus, all right? What I can tell y'all is that there's been like a lot of like maturity, okay, and lessons that seem to be coming up, okay, and I feel like that has a lot to do with that. This is not like the most regular Venus and Aries, because we have Saturn in Aries right now, Neptune is in Aries. Like there's like these Saturn in Aries is very like belt to ass, okay, and that Venus in Aries could definitely be showing us like the karma that comes from like not making smart decisions in regards to like love and relationships, you know what I'm saying, and friendships. So I feel like normally Venus in Aries is very la 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 la, like I'm finna go fuck some, you know, I think you fine, I wanna, you know what I'm saying, let's go to the club, everybody. Like that's exactly what Venus in Aries normally is, but like right now, that behavior is going to get a lot of people in trouble. Okay, so be very judicious, okay? Because we just got out of Venus and Pisces, okay, today. And Venus enjoys being in Pisces, okay? It's very floaty and pretty, okay? But Venus in Aries is a bit aggressive, okay? So what can the mutable signs, okay, especially the mutable Venuses, expect? Y'all definitely could have came from the fixed signs, okay, because this is a different card, but it looks similar to their card, okay. So you got number 39, okay, the otter and cattail, okay, peace, okay. Number 39, someone could be 39, okay. Otters could be significant, look up the spiritual meaning, okay. Cattails could be significant, I could use them in your practice possibly. Yeah, but regardless, excuse me. So confirmation for somebody using cattail. I'm not sure if cattail are poisonous or nothing like that. I haven't seen one in a long time, but that could be significant. Okay, so just do your research. So with this being peace, and also otters are cute as hell. So I definitely feel as though during during Venus and Aries, y'all could definitely be like having a pet, okay, or playing with your pet, okay, or taking care of a pet. Okay, there could be a pet birthday that could be significant. All right, it could be getting a new pet. All right. But Venus and Aries for y'all might feel relatively peaceful, okay, especially because there was all that shit that just went on during these eclipses, okay, and Venus and Pisces, all that. Okay, I definitely also feel as though y'all could definitely be spending time near more water or around water. Please be judicious, okay? But I also feel as though like this might be a time period where you may feel like tensions for some reason starting to like ease up a little bit, okay? Because like y'all are seeing things clearly. Now, mind you, Venus and Aries could definitely be a time where tensions rise. But for y'all, I just feel like y'all just went through such a big shift and change in regards to these eclipses that, like, you know what? I'm focused on my motherfucking peace right now. I don't have time for this. And honestly, beautiful sign, that's real as fuck. I think that's character growth. So, when it comes down to it, okay, what y'all can expect. It says the otter glides through the water with grace and fluidity. Okay, the otter glides through the water with grace and fluidity. A beautiful sight to behold. Okay, so yeah, y'all going to be gliding through Venus and Aries with grace and fluidity. Okay, the otter's playful swim brings calm and joy to those who witness it. You could also be someone who's like inspiring other people's peace, okay, or bringing peace and calm to whatever environment that you're in, calming other people down, okay. The cattail is a symbol of peace and prosperity. Okay, so yeah, this could definitely be things cooling down in regards to your financial situation. You could feel like your money is looking real good. Okay, you could feel less aggressive than you were feeling while Venus was in Pisces. Okay, less aggressive than you were feeling in February. Okay, and you could definitely be very inspiring to the people around you. Okay, prosperity work could definitely be significant for y'all. It could be the cattail is a symbol of peace and prosperity. It can be used for a variety of domestic purposes. Also, catfish can be significant. The show, the term, and the fish. Okay, it can be used for a variety of domestic purposes, from basket weaving and bedding to home insulation. It is also a nourishing food. This could be y'all needing to cook more at home or eat better foods. Okay, take better care of your body during Venus and Aries. Okay, y'all. And I also feel as though there's a need for y'all to maintain a level of peace in your home. You could be getting deeper into your at-home protection. Okay, and like maintaining a peaceful environment, heavy on trying to avoid people and their bullshit for sure. Okay. There's also definitely a deep need, y'all, to be very judicious about who it is that you let into your home. Okay, who it is that you let into your home, who it is that you let disturb your peace. Okay, but yeah, there's a need for you to like keep the peace inside of your home, cleansing and clear. I'm hearing orange peels, burning orange peels, dried orange peels could be significant. Okay, for like maintaining positivity, bringing positivity. Okay, you could also be getting deeper into a craft or a hobby. Some of y'all are getting a new hobby. It's basket weaving, okay? Y'all could be playing an instrument. Y'all could be learning to cook, okay? But Venus and Aries is going to be a good time for you to like use your energy in a very productive manner, okay? Uh, yeah. There's something about you using your energy in a productive manner, y'all. Finding you a good hobby, okay, and also handling anything, any home repairs, okay, home repairs and issues with shit that's broken. Okay, this is a good time for y'all to do that. Okay, so maintaining the peace. If there's like dirt and broken shit and heavy energy going around, like that's not peaceful. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all could literally be like fixing the insulation in your home, okay, or like getting the temperature controlled. Okay, it's gonna be y'all getting new sheets, new blankets, you know what I'm saying, a new vacuum cleaner, new appliances. Like this is y'all investing into your home, okay, and making it somewhere comfortable and peaceful, okay? Cooking more at home, doing better with your groceries, okay? Venus and Aries, y'all are entering a time of peace and tranquility, okay? So Venus and Aries is going to be a peaceful and tranquil time for y'all. Enjoy it. Allow yourself to relax fully, okay? Have fun and understand that you don't have to be like rowdy and rah rah. Okay, so ask yourself, do you allow yourself to enjoy peace when it finds you? Okay, like are you always trying to move around? Are you always trying to do something? When you actually feel calm and peaceful, how long do you let that feeling last before you get bored? Okay, so are you struggling needlessly against a strong current? Okay, so yeah, y'all could be trying to force shit to happen and force yourself to be like outside and this and that and rowdy and ready. Okay, and honestly and truly, like you're being called to just chill. Just kicking it by escape could be significant. Okay, it says I trust that I'm creating a life that will make me happy for the rest of my days. Okay, that is what's going on for y'all. Trust that y'all are making yourself a life that will make you happy for the rest of your days. Okay, you have time. All right, and with this peace, okay, this is that energy of like maintaining your peace now so you can develop a peaceful life later. Okay, and there not be like no lagging. Okay, in that way. So let's go ahead and see what can the collective expect. Okay, what can the collective expect during Venus and Aries? What can mutable sign expect during Venus and Aries? Okay. Okay, y'all definitely need to go ahead and watch the fixed sign reading because I just pulled this for them. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, emphasis on the Pisces. Okay, emphasis on the Pisces. All right, so I definitely feel as though y'all are getting rid of folks who have you fucked up. Okay, so take this extra if you have Pisces placements, but this could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio placement person. Okay, if this is somebody else, all right, you can be falling out. Look, back of the deck is death in reverse. Okay, so yeah, this could be a Scorpio. Okay, a Pisces or a Scorpio. Okay, but there's just something that was supposed to end. Okay, something that's taken too long to like sever. Okay, and with that Otter and Cattail, like I definitely feel as though like somebody really be taking your piece. This could be a relationship with an emotionally manipulative Scorpio or Pisces. Okay, that you were dealing with. Okay, yeah, and with that Fool in reverse. All right, which y'all can expect is maintaining your peace, okay, and finally putting an end to something that should have ended a long time ago. But I feel like there was somebody kind of like holding on to you, okay, or you were holding on to somebody, okay, in like an emotionally manipulative manner, okay. There could have even been like a heaviness, like an obsession, a trauma bond type of situation going on here, okay. GoFundMe's could be significant, okay. This could be someone asking you for money. Okay, but yeah, y'all, mastery of emotions is one thing. Okay, manipulation is another. So yeah, there's somebody here trying to manipulate you. Okay, the situation at hand requires maturity, or perhaps somebody is hiding ulterior motives. I feel like someone is hiding ulterior motives from you, and y'all are being called to like choose your peace. Okay, remember, we can only be as honest with others as we are with ourselves. Okay, there's also a need for y'all to be honest about if you've really been handling your emotions properly, or if you've been acting an ass. Okay, if you've been acting manipulative and immature, you have to be honest with yourself about that, okay? And if there's someone around you who has been acting an ass and being immature, okay, and being shisty and shady, then there's a need for y'all to address that. Y'all can only be as honest with other people as you are with yourself, okay? So I definitely feel like there's going to be some uncomfortable conversations that do pop up, okay, for mutable signs at this time, okay? Is everyone involved in your current situation able to be honest with themselves about what they did, how they feel, what they said, you know what I'm saying? Because if not, then something is wrong, okay? So yeah, I definitely feel as though it could have to do with like someone being like super impassioned for you, okay, or someone feeling very sexually addicted to you, okay. But also, if someone is not able to come around you like that, it's because you're being protected from them, okay. There's a need for you to leave this motherfucker alone, okay, and protect your peace, okay, because something was always going to end, and someone is trying hard not to make it. Someone's trying to manipulate the situation so something doesn't end, okay. Confirmation honk. Okay. Are you resisting what you know needs to shift? Okay. Mutable signs. Like, you have to go with the flow. Are y'all resisting the fact that this motherfucker cannot stay in your life no more? Are you resisting the fact that you can't be childish and emotional no more? Are you resisting the fact that you are trying to hold on to people, places, and things that have to go? Okay. Are you resisting what you know needs to shift? By avoiding change, you are prolonging your discomfort. Okay. Assess what you're clinging to. In release, you will find relief. Okay. I highly advise y'all do release work. Okay. This could be like cord cuttings. Okay. Or just like cleansing, clearing. Okay. Whatever the case may be. All right. But also, y'all could be experiencing some sort of ascension symptoms. That could also be significant. But this could literally be like a relationship with somebody. Okay. That literally was just like very like reckless. Okay. And it was just always going to end. Okay. Something left that could be very significant. Okay. There's some sort of misfortune and instability or lack of stability in regards to like a relationship, okay? And something that's just really bad for like your health. There could definitely be someone like who has some sort of tie onto you or is trying to develop some sort of tie onto you. Okay, there's some sort of delusion going on here. Okay, lack of clarity. Okay, and like lies that are going on here, and I feel like those things are going to have to be addressed. And at the end of this, y'all will be like maintaining your peace and being much more peaceful people because you're not like fucking with these people, with that person, okay, anymore. All right. And when it comes down to that fool in reverse, okay, please be careful about just starting random sexual relationships, okay, or being hypersexual at this time. It's also a very fertile time, okay. But I also want to say that there's a need for y'all to like maintain your peace in regards to those relationships as well, okay. So call yourself out when you are not trusting your instincts. Yeah, y'all. This is about y'all needing to be honest with yourself, okay. What's holding you back? Take that risk you've been avoiding and don't worry about perfect planning. Be a fool and it might pay off in ways you've never even imagined. Okay, so this is also the idea of not overdoing it in regards to like overusing your energy. Okay, um, be careful whenever y'all like cutting grass. That could be significant. Also, pepper cuts could be significant. Okay, um, the beginning, infinity, wholeness, mystery, and potential. Okay. So yeah, there's definitely something that y'all are trying to like start, but maybe it's not possible just yet because you have to end something new. Okay, so something new can't start till you end this old shit. Okay, because someone's being like mysterious, and I also feel like somebody does not really have that type of potential. Okay, somebody doesn't have the type of potential that you think, and there's this need for y'all to be the page of swords, the apprentice of swords. Y'all need to be like smart. There's also the idea of a new way of communicating, a new way of thinking. Y'all could be communicating with social media differently. Okay, interacting with social media differently than you normally would. Okay, yeah, I just feel as though there's a need for you to like do what you got to do. Okay, and really be judicious about your social circles. Okay, really be judicious about what peace means to you. Okay, yeah, blue tiger's eye could be very, very significant for y'all. Honest, insightful, and frank. Okay, this apprentice embodies a feminine energy whose strength is found in clear communication and an openness to new ideas, y'all. Okay, so clear communication is going to help mutable signs. Be bold in your personal expression, y'all. Okay, look out for opportunities. Stay curious and alert during Venus and Aries. Why not take a risk? Okay, so that's the second time that came up. Try public speaking, y'all. Start a blog or a podcast or initiate conversations with people that you find intimidating during Venus and Aries, okay? Aura points, okay? Aura quartz could be significant. Think of it as an exploration phase, a time to be bold, okay? Because isn't that what all of life is anyway? This is y'all going through some sort of spiritual enlightenment, some sort of metamorphosis, okay? This is y'all shifting and changing. Y'all could also be doing something drastically different with your hair. Okay. Yeah. And I'm about to go ahead and pull y'all a card of advice. Y'all could definitely be shifting and changing your hair. Okay. Taking deep care of it. Okay. Getting it redone. Okay. Cutting it off. Okay. Yup. New style. Retwist. Big chop. Okay. What advice? y'all have for mutable signs for Venus in Aries? What advice you have for mutable signs? Ooh. Okay, so y'all's inner child. You are currently healing old emotional wounds, y'all. Okay, inner child healing. Also, y'all, this is a very like fertile time, so y'all just be very judicious. Okay, especially y'all Pisces and Virgo. Okay, so when it comes down to it, inner child and also Sagittarius. You are currently healing old emotional wounds. There's a need for y'all to do some cleansing and some clearing. Really maintain. That's where this peace is coming from. Inner child and peace. Okay, this is a good time. All right, it's because you're finally like letting go. Okay, it could also be like daddy issues and daddy wounds, and some of y'all are about to get some sort of ugly truth in regards to like a father or a father figure. Okay, or like daddy issues. Okay, I feel like especially if there's like issues with the way that you maintain boundaries because or how you enforce boundaries, having to do with the way a father figure was enforcing some sort of boundaries or lack thereof in your life. Okay, so here's y'all's advice. Okay, so advice for Venus and Aries for mutable signs, okay? Venus and Aries is a time of healing old emotional wounds for y'all, a time to rewrite your personal story. This card suggests that you are healing your inner child during this time. Your guides and angels are asking you to look at your past in a new way, okay? If you grew up in a household that did not practice and teach unconditional love, you may be left with the emotional scars that cause you to ask, what did I do to deserve this? Okay, so you may feel like you were abandoned, neglected, or mistreated in a way that left you feeling undeserving of love. Okay, mutable signs, and there's something about you now as an adult finding your peace. Okay, instead of reliving the painful past, during Venus and Aries, y'all are being asked to heal these wounds and rewrite your story. Okay, it is time to reconnect with your inner child during Venus and Aries. Okay, go play some sports, go have fun. Okay, play a game, go within and imagine what you look like at a young age. Okay, talk to yourself at this age. Assure your inner child that he or she does matter, okay? That he or she is worthy of love and that it is time to heal the past. Ask yourself what you need to finally be at peace with this, okay? So, yeah, this is like this aspect of like maturing, okay? Growing up. As you nurture your inner child during Venus and Aries, it will free you up to forgive those in the past who have caused you pain, okay? Begin to rewrite your story by looking at all the ways you have thrived in life, okay? Despite the challenges that you have faced. Okay, I'm so proud of y'all. All right, as you heal your inner child, mutable signs, you pave the way for new beginnings. Okay, so yes, be at peace. Okay, what does your inner child need from you to feel safe? That's a question you can ask yourself. What does your inner child need from you to feel safe? Okay, how can you nurture and support your inner child? Okay, how can you be the responsible, trustworthy adult that your inner child never had? Okay, and I also want to advise y'all to get into your journal with that one. Okay, how can you nurture and support your inner child, and how can you be the responsible, trustworthy adult that your inner child never had? Okay, and there's something about you doing like real forward like healing. Okay, and all this is going to lead to you feeling much more peaceful with inside of yourself by the end of this transit. Okay, but with that being said, okay, that is what I have for um that's what I have for the mutable signs. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and probably pull a card of advice before I get up off of here. But thank you, mutable signs, for hitting that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out whenever I post new readings like this one. I really, really appreciate it. Okay. And also, if anyone is interested in getting a personal reading done here on live, readings are donation based. My list is open. Okay. Y'all go ahead and let me know. And I'm about to go ahead and pull a card for some general advice for y'all. Okay, so what does this collective seeing this video need to hear? Okay, for a family of four, it's a Jet2 holiday. Okay, somebody could be getting ready to take a vacation or travel soon. Okay, that could be very, very significant. Okay, New Orleans could definitely be significant. England could be significant. Drastically different places. But one card, okay, what does the collective of people interacting with this video, connecting with this video, need to hear right now? Biggest message of advice. What do they need to hear right now? What do we need to hear right now? Let's see. I heard new car smell. Some of y'all need to take care of your car. Others y'all could be manifesting a vehicle. Okay. So judgment, y'all are being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. Okay, let me find this in the book. I'm going to read this and I'm going to hop up off of here. But thank y'all so much for being here. So let's get into it. Okay, this is y'all's advice. Okay, collective, you need not worry about others' judgments. If you are currently experiencing judgment or criticism directed at you, okay, you're being asked to let it go. Okay, so there could definitely be some gossip, some criticism, people talking about you. Okay, do not hold on to or allow these judgments to define you. When someone is pointing a finger, okay, it's also about not judging other people, y'all. Okay, when someone is pointing a finger, it is because on a subconscious level, okay, they're judging themselves for whatever reason. Something that you said or did triggered their insecurities. Okay, this is not your fault though, and it is in your best interest to ignore the criticisms. Okay, forgive them and move on. Do not get stuck in the endless cycle of trying to please somebody. Okay, who refuses to look within his or her own self. At the same time, you're being asked to release your judgments of others and look within wherever these judgments are. Okay, all judgments are ultimately self judgments. If you find yourself being judgmental or overly critical of someone, ask yourself, what is happening inside of me that is triggering these insecurities? If you are willing to listen to the truth behind your judgments, it will be easier for you to process your insecurities, forgive yourself for them, and find a love of self that naturally translates into compassion toward others too. As soon as you see your judgments and criticism for what they really are, okay, past wounds that were ignored and or never healed properly, it will feel as if a huge weight has been lifted from your shoulders, as well as your heart. You're being asked to let go of all judgments toward others and forgive those that judge you. Here's your questions that y'all can journal on. Do you feel judged and criticized by others around you? How are you letting their judgments and criticisms affect you? How are your judgments of others related to your own self judgments? Can you take a step back to examine the ways in which you may be ignoring your own wants, needs, and past pains? Okay. So, with that being said, that is what I have for the collective. Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here. Okay. I very much so fuck with y'all the long way. Okay. And I will talk with y'all later. Go ahead and check out my other videos. Bye.